welcome back. We are super excited to have another video for you. Today we're going to be talking about frankincense.
Yay!
It is one of the most used and well-known oils out there.
One of our favorites.
Yes,
So
definitely one of our favorites. We use it a lot and we are not alone in that. Even the lady who got us into essential oils, that was the oil that hooked her in and got her into essential oils. So it's very powerful, but gentle also.
Yeah.
It's a great oil, so we're really, really excited about it.
Definitely our go-to if we're not sure what to use. So
yes,
we like it a lot.
Which you'll see why as we get through the video. So
yes,
it's awesome. So frankincense, it is one of the oils that comes from a resin, and in this case it comes from the boswellia tree.
I'm glad you can say that because I can't.
So they go out and they collect the resin, which obviously they can do in a gentle way where they don't harm the trees, which is great. And then they do a steam distillation to get the essential oil out of the resin. This resin, if you've ever seen pictures of frankincense, and maybe I'll put a little picture here, it's like these little hard chunks. It would not be very easy to use in that form.
It looks like rocks to me.
It does. It kind of looks like little rocks, or like kind of like amber, if you've seen amber when it gets hard.
Love amber.
Yeah, so kind of like that.
Yeah.
It would not be very easy to use for any sort of bodily purposes. So they steam distill it and we get the essential oil that we all know and love, frankincense. It's considered the king of all oils. If you're a Christian, you obviously know the story of Jesus. I think that's part of where the king of all oils things come from. But it is a holy oil in many, many religions. Buddhism, Hindu, over in India, all sorts of different ancient religions have revered frankincense as a holy oil. So it's super important that way. It's also known as the oil of enlightenment, divinity, and magnificence, which is really cool. And I found out that it is also known as the oil that supports the divine masculine, which I think is really cool. I'm very into the divine feminine and that kind of thing, being a mother and kind of in that phase of my life. So I love the divine feminine. So it was kind of fun to look this up and see that it's also known as the oil of the divine masculine. So if that's something that you need help and support with, this is a great oil for that.
Yeah.
So that's super fun. Frankincense can also be used all three ways that we talked about in our intro video. So it can be used aromatically, topically, and internally. But the caveat with the internally is kids aren't going to be using it internally. So 6 or older, and even then you're going to have to be careful. It's usually not until they're older than that if you're going to do it internally, but it can be used all three ways. So
yes, and on kids also, if you're using it topically, you'll want to make sure you are careful. You might need to dilute it so that it's, if they have sensitive skin, because kids tend to have sensitive skin.
They do. They're sensitive all the way around.
And if you yourself have sensitive skin, you may want to dilute it. So just something to be aware of with that. So, okay, well, I'll talk about aromatically. Obviously, we talked about what aromatically is. So you can diffuse frankincense. You can breathe it in, literally open up the bottle and breathe it in. Whenever my husband uses frankincense, I know he's used it because I can smell it, and I love the smell of frankincense. And so I can totally tell. Yes, I love it. So whenever he's used it, he uses it on his hands quite a bit. And so I can smell when he's put it on. I'm like, oh, frankincense day, right? So, but aromatically, you can just, like I said, you smell it. It's got a great smell. They even make jewelry that you can put essential oils in. And so you can put it in the jewelry. Aromatically, some of the things you could use it for, it's a very comforting oil. It's a very uplifting oil. So if you need, to feel uplifted, you can use it for that. It's also one used for meditation. Alyssa's into meditation a lot, so it's one she uses a lot when she does meditation. I need to do more meditation. So, and then it obviously helps to focus your energy. And so if you're having trouble focusing your energy, it helps with that. If you're irritable, I've never been Oh, sorry. No. I've been irritable.
You're perfect, and we never feel
we never feel that way. No, when I feel irritable, it's a great oil to help ease that irritability. So, and then it also helps to support your respiratory system. So if you have areas where you need support in respiratory, great oil for that. So, like I said, frankincense is good for lots of things. So those are just some of the ways you can use it aromatically.
It's very well-rounded.
It is.
So topically, there are also a lot of different things, and with topically, you're just either going to apply it to the area of concern, or you can put it on different reflex points as well. That's a great way to get it in your system. So you can use it topically if you want to support healthy cellular function. That's a great way to do it. If you want to support bonding after birth, which I'll put a cute little picture. I used it with my first son after I'd had him, and it just kind of helps cement that bond between mother and baby and helps kind of ease their transition into the world, because birth can be hard for babies and moms. Not bad, but it's hard. It's a hard thing. So it can help ease that transition and help facilitate that bonding, which is fantastic. It also helps maintain and calm your skin, helps maintain healthy skin. We were just down at the cabin the other day, and my husband was chopping wood and got some, was that like milkweed or something? He ran into it with all the little thorns all over it, and all of a sudden his arm was all red, and we were like, oh crap, what do we put on that? And she had some frankincense in her purse, so we were like, you know what? I bet that will work. Knowing what frankincense is good at, I bet that will help. So we rubbed that on his arm, and within just a few minutes, 5 minutes, maybe 10, his arm looked completely normal again. All that redness was gone. So great for that kind of thing.
Yay, frankincense.
Yes. We're very glad to have it. I was
Yes.
like, oh crap. So yes, it's great for that kind of stuff. And then topically as well as aromatically, it's also really good for emotional things. It's emotionally, it's known as the oil of truth, which is very powerful, and that's awesome. It helps cleanse spiritual and emotional darkness. So if you're feeling a lot of like heavy feelings and that kind of thing, it can help ease those. It also promotes feelings of love and safety, which I think part of it comes from that very like earthy smell. Because if you think of the earth, you think of being grounded, so the oils that kind of have that aroma profile, they tend to promote those feelings of love and safety, which frankincense definitely does.
Yes.
And on a slightly more spiritual level, it also helps connect you with your inner light, which is another reason it's great for meditation. Yes. So you could have it diffusing, or you can rub it like on your wrists or over your heart when you're meditating, and it's awesome that way.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, so internally, like we said, it can be taken internally, which is great. When you do take it internally, it helps to support healthy cellular function. So that's always good. Anytime we can support ourselves, that's awesome. It helps to support your immune system. And so sometimes when it's fall, getting into when I might need the help with my immune system, it helps to support my immune system. So it also provides support for your nervous system, which always good. And it helps to support healthy levels of inflammation. So that's something that my husband uses it for, like I said, on his hands. That's to help support his inflammation and help those levels to be healthy. So, okay, so that's kind of just an overview of frankincense. Like we said, we love it. It's definitely one of our favorite oils. And I go through a lot of it. I admit I do. So I make sure I always have it on hand, because if I ever ran out, my husband would have my hat. He'd be like, I need that oil. Melissa knows, because yes, he uses it. So I make sure I always have that one on hand. And like she mentioned, I carry it in my purse.
That's why she has it in her purse.
Yes, because if you need it, you need it. So there are a couple of recipes we're going to provide here at the end. Don't worry about writing down stuff right at the moment, because we'll put them up so you can see them. But one I'm just going to talk about really quick is if you have tension or discomfort in your head. I will put 1 or 2 drops of frankincense, peppermint, and wintergreen. I just rub them together in my hand. I apply them right to my forehead. Usually I apply them to my temples and sometimes the back of my neck. If you put them on your temples, don't get them too close to your eyes, because you will feel the effects of that peppermint in your eyes. But
if you do get it in your eyes, though, carrier oil, like coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil, or olive oil,
yes,
rub it in your eye and it will dilute it enough that it will stop hurting.
It will stop hurting, yes. But yeah, so if you combine those 3, like I said, especially the frankincense, sometimes if that's all I've got and I'm feeling discomfort in my head, I will just put on frankincense. And so, like we said, it helps to support those levels of inflammation. Make sure you have the healthy levels. And so that's why it's really helpful for that. So if in doubt, just rub frankincense on your head if you don't have the other oils. So
yeah, obviously all the oils can be targeted for very specific things. But
Yes.
yeah, if we're like, I'm just in a pickle, I don't know what to use, but I know I need support right now. Yeah, frankincense. I always joke, when in doubt, use frankincense. So
Yes.
maybe
So.
that can be your motto too.
Exactly. Yes. So next week we're going to cover an oil that's less common, so that you get a feel for some of the other oils that you might be like, okay, I have this oil, or somebody gave me this oil or something, and you're like, I don't know what to do with it. So next week we're going to cover one of those oils, so to give you a little bit of insight into what you could do with a less common one.
Yeah, we're kind of going to go back and forth. Frankincense is definitely, if it's not number one, it's very close to the number one most popular oil. So we'll kind of flip-flop back and forth between super popular and not super popular, just to kind of give you guys a well-rounded view of all the different things you can do with the oils. But yeah, we'll be back next week with another one. We're super duper excited that you guys are here with us. If you have any that you want us to cover sooner rather than later, drop them in the comments. We would love to hear what ones you guys are like, I don't know what the heck to do with this.
Yes.
We want to help you out. We want you to know what the heck to do with that. So
yep,
let us know. But yeah, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like the video if it was helpful to you. Like I said, comment if you have comments about the video or what you want us to cover. Subscribe so you know when all the new videos are coming out, because we're sticking to it. We're going to give them to you every week so that you guys get all this good information that we have for you. So yeah, thank you for being here.
Yeah, have a great week.
Bye guys.
Bye.